First off, congratulations to Mr. Kelly Piquet Jr. on his second World Championship. Japanese Grand Prix happened, last night now into this morning. God, thank God I didn't stay awake for this one. I was close to staying awake for the start time. And judging by the replay from what happened when I watched it this morning, fuck that. You had the race start under pretty shitty conditions for a lap, and then we had a safety car, red flag, couple hours, and we're only treated to about, 45 minutes of a race. And outside of Max running away with it at the front, it was a great race to watch. A lot of battling going on, more tactical than anything. The Ocon-Hamilton, Alonso coming through the pack at the very end that they didn't really show much of, and getting really close to Vettel at the end. There was a lot of great strategy going on, nip and tuck type situations. Seeing Hamilton try everything he could do with this week really showed how bad Mercedes were in a straight line. And outside of, big shunt for Carlos there, could he have, that in normal circumstances, that's a flat out corner coming out of the hairpin and just lost it. It was pretty crappy out. I don't think they should have started that race. I think they should have taken the delay. That would have eliminated the whole thing about the time. But then if you started it later, it was getting dark. I don't know what time it was there. A whole bunch of bullshit could have happened. Either way, Max Verstappen wins his second World Championship. Red Bull get the 1-2. There was a whole fuckload of confusion about the points, full race, because they stopped it. We're going to skip all that shit and just say, okay, full race points awarded. Charles' 5-second penalty gets him back to third, even though Guan Yu Zhou had fastest lap. So Max Verstappen wins the World Championship under interesting circumstances. Wouldn't have mattered. Would have won it next race in America anyway, probably. And it's probably better for everyone in Japan to see it happen there. Honda home soil, announced they're coming back after that whole Porsche fallout bullshit type stuff. Another situation that we'll talk about some other time. Bit of reflection for the year. After last year, well-deserved. I mean, more congratulations to Adrian Newey on one of his best cars ever. Because there wasn't, in the race pace type stuff, they had Ferrari for most of the year. But props to Ferrari. Their strategy was one of, the biggest fuck-ups we've ever seen from them. And that deserves its own, last place trophy in itself. But man, did they step that car this year from where they've been the last couple years. New engine, new design, new regs. I know they had more time, more wind tunnel, all that crap. But they got the car design pretty damn right. That thing is a rocket in qualifying with Leclerc driving it. That thing is an animal for one lap. It has pace, just doesn't do well on the tires. Not the greatest on race pace and full fuel. So let's talk about the race that did happen. And the bullshit. I'm sorry, but man, you cannot fucking have that on the track after the red flag was out. Gasly was driving way too quick at the same point, but that tractor did not belong on the track just yet. They should have waited. Sainz was out of the car. Nothing was wrong. We're going to red flag it. Conditions are shit. Just wait a fucking minute. There was no reason, 8 years after, the horrible incident with Bianchi, there's no reason that should have happened at the same fucking track in the same conditions. We're very fortunate that nothing happened of this. So at least that's one thing. The race shouldn't have started. I don't know how many more times I have to say that or where I'm going with this review. But let's fast forward to once we get to start, a couple hours later. I think if you're in America, that must have fucking sucked to try to stay awake for if you did. Even everywhere else, people just waiting. And the Japanese fans who haven't seen a race since 2019 there, waited out, stay there, packed place. They fucking love that. F1 is fucking awesome to them. I'm making hand motions right now in an audio recording. That's how cool it was to see those guys there. Fans of everyone, just wanted to see a great race. And once it got restarted, the couple of minutes that we did get to see racing, you wish it would have got to the full 2-hour distance because there was a lot going on. Once the spray kind of died down a little bit, let's see a lot of great racing. The pit stops to go on to the back onto the intermediates after starting on the full wets. How about Latifi getting into the points there, right there? Good call, coming in early, him and Norris. Vettel, awesome race after getting dumped in the first corner. That was his fault too, as he turned in on Alonso. And you saw towards the end of it, that slick intermediate type thing again, where the tires just wore out. The rough surface of Japan, just tearing the tires apart, and they were pretty trashed. Looking at Leclerc's car in Parc Ferme after, man, those tires were just wasted. No surprise he was struggling there with Perez. And that's tough racing at the end there. Last lap, last chicane, if you don't make that move, if you give it to Perez, hey, you gave it to him anyway. If you make it stick, you try to stay in front of him. You take the, there's a question. Do I take a penalty? Do I not? Do I get away with it and keep second? Take the fight to Austin. Had to do it. Great racing by them. No contact was made. A little questionable when he came back on and kind of was squeezing him off a little bit. But hey, I'm a Ferrari guy. Fuck Perez. Fuck Red Bull. I think we got a couple weeks to Austin. But either way, yeah, fuck, man. I wish we had more racing. I watched it in the morning, so I was able to fast forward through all the bullshit stuff. I didn't have to sit and wait like probably most people overseas did, sitting on with their thumbs up their asses, waiting, hoping the race would get restarted. You don't want a Spa situation, throw them out under the safety car again. At least the second part of that was well handled by the FIA, I'll say. Not the start, not the removing of the car and all that other shit. But, yeah, congrats to Max. The Constructors' Championship will surely be sewed up soon. Hopefully Leclerc can at least get Perez for second. Mercedes race, like I said, they struggled with straight line speed all weekend. It was really shown here. And Alpine, that car has proved to be very slippery in a straight line. So awesome defending by Ocon, man. That was so perfect placement of the car. Russell kind of got screwed over by the double stack, but I'm sure if he stayed out that extra lap, he would have been fucked even harder. A couple other things. Alonso coming in for the pit stop. Almost made that work out for him, Couldn't make the move on Vettel before. Comes back out, makes the moves. It's cool to see Schumacher try to maybe stick it out, hoping for a safety car there up towards the front of it. Didn't work out for him. Got to see some cool moves from Magnussen. What else did we see? I don't know. We'll go into Austin. I'm running a little bit long here. It was exciting to at least see racing. Had some shitty conditions the last couple races. Hopefully we go to Coda and see a great race. We got a great race there last year. And the American crowd for sure will be out in full force as, how everything is over here now. It's just exploding. So until next week or next race, I've been the Game Bro. Have a great week or two. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that fucking bell button. I'll catch you guys later.